You must be thinking what I believe is the worst archetype of NBA 2K17. Well, before I say that, let me tell you about SeatGeek. SeatGeek is an app that takes tickets around the web to make buying simple. They have a rating system from 0 to 100, green good, red bad, to let you know if you're getting a good or bad deal. In addition, you can view the seats of the concert or your game you're going to. So use the link down below to download the app and use code Waffle to get a discount on your first order. Now, the worst archetype of NBA 2K17. Now listen to me first, right? Worst doesn't mean bad, and sometimes best doesn't mean good. And in this case, I'm not saying that this archetype is completely trash. I'm just saying it's the worst of NBA 2K17. If you rank the archetypes from 1 to 11, I have this at the bottom. And I will be ranking the archetypes in a couple of weeks once I finish my athletic finisher build. But the worst archetype of NBA 2K17, drum roll please, is the stretch big. Now you might be surprised why I'm picking the stretch big, because some of y'all know I hate glass cleaners. But I only hate glass cleaners because I'm saying, why are glass cleaners still playing park? Glass cleaners are cool for pro-am, but for park, what's the point of a glass cleaner? You know what I'm saying? But the stretch big, man, when it comes to having an impact on the court, and I'm not saying stretch bigs are trash, I'm just saying they're the worst. Really, why are you making a stretch big? I want to ask the stretch bigs, why did you make your archetype? Because listen, when I think about a sharpshooter, right? Think about this. The sharpshooters have the slowest speed out of all the archetypes. So with that slowest speed, now you're making a big man. And with that big man, you also have not only low rebounding, sure you have okay strength, you have okay speed, but remember this, right? As you increase your height, your shooting off the dribble gets lower. So why would you want to hurt yourself in a shooting category? And not only that, your layups and your dunks are already low. Why put yourself at a disadvantage like that? I just never understand it. Now with my sharpshooter, right? My sharpshooter to me is a fantastic player. He can grab rebounds, he can score points, he can get to the rim. You know, he could bob people, make plays and stuff like that. That's what my player can do. But with a stretch big, you're a big man. So don't be surprised if you're getting stripped. And I see a lot of, listen, I see a lot of stretch bigs out there. You know what they do? They do that post cheese stuff. They do that post cheese. They hold that L2 button because you know they can't dribble. They're not, they can't, they're big men. They're not even being able to dribble. I know you see my paint protector dribble sometimes, but you know, that's just me dribbling. But listen, stretch bigs, listen, they're gonna get ripped. They're gonna try to dribble, and unlike a sharpshooter who can dribble because they're a guard or a small forward, the stretch big is just gonna get ripped by guards, man. People are like, well, a stretch big is dribbling, why the hell not reaching? And that's why when I'm playing as my locked on defender and I'm facing the stretch big, it's like I'm faster than them, I'm stronger than them, and I can get steals on them. And I'm like, why? Like, it's just so useless. And not only that, let's just take a moment to reflect on the other big man archetypes in the game. They're not better than athletic finishers. Athletic finishers got vertical. Athletic finishers are hella fast. They got speed with ball, and they can dunk. So they are a presence in the paint. Shout out to my athletic finishers. They're not better than glass cleaners, because glass cleaners have the second best defense after paint protectors. Glass cleaners still have rebounding. Glass cleaners actually have a pretty high dunk rating in the paint, which is crazy. It's pretty crazy. They have a pretty high dunk rating and standing layup rating, so they're not better than glass cleaners. And let's talk about paint protectors. No, because paint protectors basically can negate every other big man on the court as they're playing defense. And then you got the post scorers, which if you have a good post scorer can have a great impact on the team. You got the mid-range shot, you got brick wall, you got your post shot, you got drop stepper, and you got strength. And by the way, post scorers can still dunk in the game. Their standing dunk and their standing layup is above an 80, and their speed is not that bad. So if you take all that into account, yes, the stretch big out of all the big man archetypes are the worst big man archetypes to have, especially And in my opinion, it's okay to have like a sharpshooter that's like a small forward in pro-am, but a stretch big, people always say, well, Waffleman, the stretch big brings the other bigs out to the paint. It brings the other bigs out of the paint. So, what the hell does that mean? Does that mean that the big man is not going to have a role anymore? Does that mean that you're not going to be getting rebounds? Because listen, if your big man is out of the paint, that just means the other players have to rebound. I mean, listen, as my sharpshooter, as my other archetypes, I always want to rebound the ball anyways. Why the hell you always got to be the one in fast break trying to get a freaking quick bucket like LaMelo Ball? Everybody on the team should be boxing out. Everybody on the team should be rebounding. And like I'm saying again, I'm not saying that stretch bigs are trash, because I don't mind playing with stretch bigs. I actually don't like playing with glass cleaners, but I don't mind playing with stretch bigs. It's just like, in the presence of the court, in the mind of the court, why be a stretch big that's already slow because you're a sharpshooter, and now you're a big man, so you're even slower, and you don't even, as your height increases, your shooting off the dribble goes lower, you barely have any layup and dunk. What's the point? Just be a sharpshooter. It's okay to be a sharpshooter. Listen, leave the. And then here's another thing, right? Especially on the park, when stretch bigs face other archetypes like the lockdown defender or point forward, they get absolutely obliterated. It's just insane. And I always said, remember I said this, right? Back in March, I said, if you ever let a stretch big score the most teams' points on the other team, you're trash, man. Unless there is a screen set. There is nothing faster. There's nothing slower. There's nothing slower than a stretch big. Every single archetype is faster than a stretch big. Now, of course, this you gotta take into account archetypes' weight and archetypes' height and stuff like that. But for the most part, every single archetype in the game is faster than a stretch big. And the only thing they have going for them is their shot. Stretch bigs. And you know what I hate too? You know what I hate the most? When I'm playing with a stretch big and they're missing their open shots. And I'm like, well, why the hell did you make a stretch big, bro? Why the hell did you make it? In my opinion, right? If you're a sharpshooter or you're of the sharpshooter class, you should be able to score 15 points in a game, no problem, if you have to. If you have to. That's my opinion, man. Because some of y'all niggas on the park do be bugging. But anyways, let me know what you think. If you agree with me, or if you disagree with me, remember, it's my opinion. And I'm not saying that stretch bigs are trash, but they're just at the bottom. But anyways, man, leave a like for more. I'm out for now. Peace.